So I just realized that she is different from anyone I have seen in Nigeria. Speaking further, Muyiwa said Tems' determination and dedication particularly couldn't caught his attention, I beg your pardon. He added that her eagerness to formalize their working relationship made him realize he wanted to have a business relationship with her for life. He said, there was something Tems did, I beg your pardon, that made me say, I don't want to do a managerial contract with you. Let's do a company. When she asked me to sign her, to be her manager, I agreed and said I would send her a contract to sign. We had already verbally agreed on everything. You know when you present paperwork for artists to sign, it's always tricky, but she was chasing me to sign my own part, and I have never experienced that before. I was like, you don't mind signing paperwork? Hold on, let's do this. You are someone I can rock with for life. Let's start a company prior to this. And we were friends for about 3 months, and never spoke about working together. Now, this is somebody you, I don't know, but for you, Nida, how would you relate to this particular story? Do you have a manager or some sort? How would you relate to it and your journey so far in the entertainment industry?
Well, as an artist, first of all, you will love what you do.
Okay.
It's what we call passion. So passion is something that you're not actually thinking about any material things. It's just the love. So when you find someone, you're blessed enough to find someone that will see that passion in you, then you're good to go. So if you're thinking about billions, you're thinking about all sorts of things, and the passion is not there, it's as if you wasting your time. So having 200 naira or 1 million naira in your account, that doesn't mean you cannot actually have the confidence to move to the next level. So having 200 naira in your account, you still have that passion, you still have that belief. And if you're blessed enough, you have people that will be out there to encourage you. Having a manager is not just you having. The manager is someone that is so special, someone that will take you from this level to that level. So manager is not someone that will be your casual friend or just a fun thing. No, your business is a serious business. So when you're talking about a manager, I'm not in a haste having man. I was in a record label. So, but right now I pray and hopefully I'm going to have a wonderful, management. I'm not in any. I don't have manager. I don't have, So, but it's very, very important as an artist for you to have a manager. I do have an assistant. They play as managing. Like you can't just contact me directly. But I hope to have a very serious, good manager. To work with. So of course, I understand. The manager of Tems, the passion he sees in her. He sees, before you see yourself, being there on the lamplights, you have people around you that will tell you, we are seeing you more greater. So it's possible.
From this story, do you think it goes a long way to show how well she was brought up, how cultured she was to even, that thing where you give, you don't have, but then you still find a way to give. Do you think this goes for to show how cultured she was, how well brought up she was?
I don't really know how, but I think as a female, you're supposed to have the soft side of you, most especially when you love what you do. So giving should not be that difficult for you. In a positive way, because when it comes about giving, sometimes female artists, they see female artists as an easy thing that you can get, So, but I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about as a female, you need to have that soft spot inside of you for giving, especially when it comes to your passion. You just want to be happy.
Especially when it comes to your passion, you just want to be happy. Wow, that's such I would hold that particular one when it comes to your passion. But Ayiz, what do you make of this story though?
I feel this particular story is above my pay grade. I think this particular particular story is about my pay grade. We have somebody that it is in her pay grade.
Yeah, it's I think actually I when I saw the story I just saw Fortune, and she has that resemblance with Tems and Stardom.
I mean, I wouldn't know. This is my first encounter. But on my end, my takeaway is her tenacity. He saw if it's not there, nobody will see it. That's why it's Fortune you mentioned your passion. People can only see greatness in you. There is something in it to begin with. They cannot see an extra level of greatness when you're not pushing with the level that you're currently at. Alright, so yeah, people can only see greatness in you when there is something there to see.
Yeah.
So she took the initiative. She saw him, and she tried to reach out. And she didn't do it in, a lot of artists nowadays. I know friends that are trying to go into music, and it's always about me. But in her case, she reached out to the man, and she made that effort. She made herself visible. This is somebody that probably has a bunch of artists, disturbing his DM. Just check out my track or message or just work with me essentially. So she made herself visible because she put that effort. She tried to show that she was lacking, but she didn't let it define her. So other when you don't have other food means of when you don't have the means of paying is like a leap of faith. And he recognized that leap of faith. It was fortunately the relationship is blossomed for all parties. Her picking up quite nicely. So I can't see he's complaining about it. But
actually,
she put herself in his view. She wasn't there to just just take my track or walk with me. No. She showed that she offered something. And there's a saying, he that is faithful in what is least is also faithful in what is more. I don't really know the exact scripture.
You went to church yesterday, obviously.
I mean, always. But yeah, so she gave something for him to look at, and she showed that she wasn't just there to siphon, she was there to add value. She saw it, and now they are working together, and you see the value she has.
And she was. I like the fact that you pointed out her intentionality.
Exactly.
She was intentional, and she saw that it was somebody she could work with. Now, fortunate for you, you don't have a manager yet. Why? Have you? Is it that you've not seen somebody you can work with, or somebody that is that you've seen that you people can relate with? And how have you been coping doing this on your own? Because I know for sure that doing music can be a lot, and now you have one track, you have two tracks, you have three tracks, and you have one also that you are anticipating. I saw that on your page this morning while going through your stuff. Now, how have you been managing, and why haven't you got a manager yet?
Like I told you, I was in a record label for 2 to 3 years. And I still have assistants. There's something we call assistants. There's something we call manager. Over here, when it comes to Niger Delta, for you to have serious-minded people, they're out there. But most times, it's not that easy for you to have people. There's this thing, manager. A manager is not, how am I going to put it? A manager doesn't relax with you. Do you understand? So
when you say relax, what do you mean?
When I mean relax, like as an artist, you can't be doing everything all by yourself. I'm in the studio right now. My manager should be out there doing 1 or 2 things. My manager should not be calling me, Fortune, you still need to do 1 or 2 things. No. I was having a manager, let me put it that way. He's like a brother to me. But when we talk about real management, I'm not into, as for now, no management as for now. But I'm still coping. You can't communicate with me directly. I still have people I work with. But I have to say that I'm looking for a manager. So because the way I am, when I tell the world that I'm looking for a manager, people will be arguing, seriously. Do you understand? Because of the way I do my things. But sometimes you need to speak out because someone might be out there hoping to work with me.
Fortune is looking for a manager. Please send your CV. I'm currently happy. She has somebody that is doing the assistant job, but me, I'm doing the PA job right now, guys. So please. This is actually a project manager though. That's by the way.
Very different fields. Very different.
Sorry to cut you. Please continue, my
so
darling.
I will be very, very grateful to work with management, a good management, or probably luckily, working with a record label.
Okay.
But I have people I work with, and they're doing very well. They're hardworking, but I also need a manager. I need a manager. Yeah, I have to say this because who knows?
Yeah, actually, who knows? Who knows? Yeah. Is it so difficult to actually get a manager? And how, now without a manager, you've done the first song, you've done the second song. How did you manage to push that without a manager? Could this be something that Tems could have done without a manager? Since you did it, is it possible?
No, the truth there, first of all, as an artist, it's not just you singing. You have to be 100% an artist. See, you have manager, you have this, you have that, but you are the artist. You know what you want. If you look very closely, you're the one doing everything. You have to be worried, your vocals, your costumes, whatever performance you're giving, what's going on out there on stage. So if you're a good artist, you'll be involved in every department. It's not that easy, but it's very, very important for an artist to have a manager. I'm not going to sit here to say having a manager. You have to have a serious manager. There are so many persons that wants to work with me, but what I see, I'm not actually seeing that, activeness, that seriousness.
Yes,
so hopefully I'm going to see someone that is out there that is so serious. We have people that will tell you, I want to be your manager, but first of all, you have to give me 20 million.
Okay.
We have some persons that will tell you, I want to be your manager. If I say you should sit, you have to sit.
They want to be controlling.
Exactly. But there's some people you will see, they will tell you, we need to work together. You don't have anything in your account, but when we work together, trust me, you're going to have something in this account. That's the handbook of manager, or management. They take you to the next level. So it has not been easy. No. You can't be doing everything all by yourself. I must say this. Don't you ever have that thing in your mind as an artist that you can handle everything all by yourself? No. But sometimes, it's possible. If you're working with the wrong management or wrong record label, you're down forever. It's best you're on your own doing your thing. So I have some people that, that have been so good. We have the streets promoters.
Okay.
They are very, very, very good. Where your songs are out there, they will help you, advise you, tell you what to do.
The DJs.
The DJs and we have some persons that are very, very educated. They are so smart. They know how to get to you, to reach you through your people, or through your assistants. I call them assistants. I've seen assistants. I know they will be angry because they will be like, oh my gosh, she's not seeing us. Like, no, they are active, they are good. But I'm not signed into any record label or management. But hopefully, I pray to work with the right management. So
before I move to Ayiz, because I have a question for you, trust me. What's the work of a manager? Now, you said some managers would demand huge sums of money. Exactly. So that means if Tems had met such people, her career would have ended a long time ago. Yeah. Now, what are the work of managers in an artist's life for young ones that are upcoming or that want to, that you inspire? They would like to hear what you think a work of a manager should be, and you've made it clear that it's necessary, it's important, because you cannot do everything all by yourself. So what's that thing that a manager is supposed to do, and how much is a manager supposed to demand from an artist such as me who hasn't hit the spotlight, quote and unquote, so to speak?
Whatever thing you do in today's economy, you're talking about millions of money or billions, not to talk about entertainment. A manager that knows that you are just coming up as an artist, you've not made the list, probably 100K. He will advise you and tell you, this is how we are going to run your promotion. I'm not coming in to get money from you. I'm coming in for we to be comfortable. And the percentage, whatever agreements, is between you and a very wonderful manager. Because he will tell you, right now, you're on this level. trust me, when we are done, you're going to the next level. A good manager can introduce you to a very wonderful record label. A good manager can introduce you to the world. A good manager can, take you to places where you have never ever in your life dreamed of, performing there or being in that country. A good manager will do everything possible for your social media to be very wild. Do you understand?
Yeah.
But the other side, a good manager will not ask you to give him 50 million or 100 million as an upcoming artist. We have the busybody manager. Yes, busybody manager is telling the whole world, I work with her, she's my artist. But at the end of the day, you're not doing anything. So when you meet a good manager, that's why I'm saying it's grace. Nobody knows you. You're not, in fact, the least, even your next neighbor don't even know the kind of song you sing. But a good manager that believes in you, when I say it's grace, it's not like you taking your music out there. No, somebody will see you. Somebody will just see you and tell you, you're good. Of course, the person will listen to your songs, but the person needs to believe in you. Look, the confidence that your manager will have. See, before the whole world will call you a star, your manager or your management or your record label, they will begin to make you understand that you are a star. So, meeting someone that is so kind and good, a great manager, for me, I see it as a grace. It's not all about your talent, because sometimes talent is not enough. Yeah.
Sometimes talent is not enough. Ace, character is in play here, because that's what her manager saw. He saw her character, he saw her ability to give, even with the tiniest of things that she have. Now, that made him change his mind from going into a business contract, from going to a business contract to a partnership. Now, for young ones that are coming, how now we have Gen Zs that are woke. Yeah, they want to air their mind. They want to talk to you. Once you just say anything that is out of line for them, they come at you. What would your advice be to this particular generation that we are part of? What would your advice be to them, and how to relate with people? Now, take for instance her case. Now, she doesn't have all the money, but she knows what she wanted. She was deliberate, she was particular about what she wanted from this guy, and that way you saw her character, her composure, even her eagerness to want to sign a contract, because I'm sure she saw him already. She already saw what he has, that he was good, he was a good fit for her. That's why she could settle down, sit down and follow him calmly, and even pressure him, push him. She was eager to get the contract signed already. Now, what would your advice be to this particular young ones that think, okay, if he doesn't sign, he should go now, I'll look for somebody else? What would your advice be to them?
I don't like see myself as worthy of giving advice, but I will give my opinion on this. There's no manual for life. That's one thing I'm going to say. A lot of people, they have instances where people have come across as rude to certain individuals, but those individuals saw it as tenacity. They read that as tenacity, and they went. So that it worked out for them. Now let's use our climb. Let's use our country. The people in these positions, most of them, they were raised with this notion of respect. So it worked out for Tems because she was respectful. She pushed for it. She went, like you said, she went so far as making him say, okay, you know what, instead of a contract, let's go into a partnership.
Yes.
So I'm stunted. Music is not my field, but from the point of view of the advice, just what I would say is calm down. A lot of people getting over their heads. You release one or two, your guys are telling you, you're too good. You start feeling like, I'm too good. You cannot take advice again. I personally know a friend that went into music when we were in year one. Now I can't even talk to him. You know, he's doing what he's doing, and I'm like, okay, cool, that works out for you. Like, if it works out for you, it works out for you. If it doesn't, I'm really sorry. But you know, so far his career has been a bit of a dwindle. He doesn't get as much reaction, and now he's like trying to come back to his guys. And I don't really judge, you know. So it's like, do you? But it's life is it just moves in ways that we can't predict. You know, so what you have to do what works for your client. You know, there are places abroad where if you have an attitude towards your manager, it's seen like, okay, yeah, they want to kill your shine. And, you know, but here it's more seen as you are difficult to work with. If as an artist your reputation precedes you, as with most things in life, business, whatever you're doing, your reputation precedes you. So if you're known as this difficult person to work with, that person that you think, okay, go now, I know this other person. This person, it's only one phone call. It's only one DM away from ruining your career. So in your mind, it's like, oh, now I have options. But between the time it takes to get from this office to that office, the phone call has gone through, you shut down there as well. Before you got there, you already shut down. So don't kill the opportunity. Even if the person, you can't work with the person, like, okay, cool, you know, perhaps for this we're not one of the best fits. But on something else we might collaborate at some point in the future. And you work with, you keep your dignity, and the person's like, okay, we couldn't agree, but if somebody from another level calls and is like, oh yeah, so I heard this guy was at your studio, what happened that you guys didn't, is it problematic? You say, no, it's just we couldn't work something out. Because I think everybody, this is an industry where almost everybody knows everybody.
Yeah.
It's interconnected. You know, so if you choose to be Gen Z or woke, yeah, let's put that tag. If you choose to be woke,
actually, yeah.
You're only ruining your opportunities. Because there are so many people out there that are trying their best to like be in that position where you're in to meet these people. They might not necessarily agree with that condition that the person is putting, but they will still take it up just based on they feel like they have to. So if it's not going to work out for you, all well and good, you can just, you know, okay, this is not going to work out. But be professional. End relationships professional. That's one of the first things I learned going into project management. It's like, because if we hire, sometimes because I'm in the IT space, we hire devs and on some projects it didn't work. I'm like, okay, tell you what, I'm going to pay you, but I'm not going to pay you for the complete thing. Why am I going to pay you? Because you put the effort. A lot of things were not right. We're still going to fix a lot of things, but I thought you've put that effort. This is your payment for this. And so far, a lot of those devs have brought jobs back to me because they're like, okay, this guy treated me well. Yeah. I terminated their contracts because they were not up to spec, but we ended things on such a note that wherever any job they get and they feel like, okay, this is too big for them, they come to me, they call me, oh, are you free for this? So even if somebody calls them for a job, they call me, oh, do you have any job available? I want to take something else. I'm like, okay, no, we don't have anything available, take that one right now. So your reputation, you know, is critically important.
Your reputation is typically important. So if you want to end any relationship or you want to move on, please do that amicably. I think that's the final words from that particular one. Now we are anticipating a song from Nida. Nida, can you walk us through that particular one?
Okay, Gbanbutu is a slang. Sorry, that's something that he said that I would like to also contribute.
Okay, go on.
You know, in this other side of entertainment, we're used to, you don't actually know me, I don't know you. Okay. Someone would just say, this person is a difficult person, and I have to believe. It's the most I have to believe. That is, for me, is wrong. Before you believe anything, get to know the person.
Yeah.
Please get to know the person. No matter the misunderstanding between the both of them, or the record label or the management, please get to know this person. Over here, the belief, they can just say, Fortune is a very difficult female artist to work with. And if someone would not be there to defend me, to say, we know Fortune now, Fortune, no, she's
Fortune
not that
cannot
kind
do
of
that,
person.
yeah.
6 or 7 or hundreds of them will be like, yeah, it's true. So I don't know how that kind of thing would just, you know, fade away, because that's one of the things that can kill you as an individual, not just you being an entertainer. It can destroy your destiny. So before you believe anything, get to know this person. You know, yeah, talking about my new single, it's titled Bankutu.
Bankutu.
Yes.
I can pronounce that one. Don't worry. No
Thank
fear. No
you.
fear. Bankutu without fear. Without.
Yes, it's a dancehall music,
Okay.
inspirational song. Talks about you being confident for yourself. Concentrate on positive things that you want. Forget all those side talks and anything that is going to distract you. So it talks about you having confidence on yourself and think about the positive side of your life. So Bankutu is a wonderful song. Sweet. In fact, it's one of my best songs.
Wow. I can't wait to have a listen. What inspired that particular one?
Well, just what we are discussing about, talking about someone saying I'm having issue with this person, so you can't work with this person. No, that's wrong. You can't dim my lights when I serve a living God. No, you can't do that. You don't have the audacity to tell me I cannot achieve my dreams just because we have misunderstanding. No, do you understand? So that song, it's when there's this thing called fear. The fear comes in when someone tells you we are the owner of this entertainment world.
Okay.
We can just meanwhile that person is just nothing. That person is not even close to Jay-Z. Do you understand? So you still need to, but that doesn't mean you're going to be very, very arrogant as an artist. You need to respect yourself and be humble. Yeah, it's good. But don't be stupid. Sorry, I have to say this. Yeah, don't be stupid. So you need to have confidence on yourself. And it's a process. So as you're moving on, sometimes you break down, you keep moving on. So that's me.
This feels kind of personal. Is it personal to you?
It's not really, life, everyone have a story to tell. Bigger stars, Two-Face, name them, Burna Boy, they will tell you at a certain point we have to, make disagreements. We fought, we argued and all that. But you still need to keep moving on. You have to move on.
Most times you have to disagree to agree at the end of the day.
Don't see, I don't like that thing someone will be saying. I know some persons will be like, why is she saying she don't have a manager and all that? Sometimes you don't need to keep quiet. Sometimes you need to let it out. I know some persons will be like, you saying you don't have a manager, it means people cannot, see you as a serious artist. No. Sometimes speak out. You don't know who is watching.
Sometimes speak out.
Yes,
you don't
speak
know
out.
who is watching.
You don't know who is watching.
Yeah. Hopefully we'll get a manager from all the resumes would get and all the CVs that would come. But I really appreciate you guys coming to do this for me. We are out of time, guys. And it's a pleasure to always have you and my amazing Choyo in the studio. It was actually an amazing moment. But you have a parting word.
Well, I guess we're gonna have to disagree a bit on that.
On what exactly?
I'm a firm believer in your reputation precedes you. It may have been an unfortunate incident that perhaps the other party was at fault, but maybe it's not because it's not my world. In the IT space, you're in the entertainment music space, but for us, your reputation is critical. So if you have issues with clients, and most of our jobs are referred to us by former clients, and those same clients can just as easily when we had this
Sorry. When you mean your reputation, because let's make it clear, are you talking about me or you're talking about like you're giving for instance?
Yeah, I'm giving for instance.
Oh,
I don't,
okay.
Yeah,
because I know this is the first time I'm meeting you.
Yeah.
Yeah.